It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The 49-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 20.
Do what we do.
10,
do what we do.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On 3rd down, it's Patterson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
48-yard line.
On second down now, it's Patterson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And 2.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. O'Shane Zimenez, and the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Jones. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
To number 88.
Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And Graham's got it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Carter, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jones on 1st and 10. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jones throwing on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Connect.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14.
Santos set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Jones flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And Ingram hauls it in. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
3-yard pickup.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And that is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Jones now on third down. Finds his tight end Ingram.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll move the chains. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Jones to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Flushed out, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Giants have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returning is Peppers. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. On 1st down, Patterson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Big stop, D.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A first down carry for Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll go to Barkley again. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. He'll try to punch it in. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go play action here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Jones going to throw again. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Barkley on first down running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Out to his left. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Throwing Jones, eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Escaping the pressure right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now Jones operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd down and goal. Jones, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st down, Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down.
Trubisky to throw again. And left side here, it's Graham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Bears nothing.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I'll tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2 touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The second down completion got them 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a gain of 35.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards to gain there, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he is out of bounds here. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried.
The big fella. And Graham's got it over the middle. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Giants 14, Bears 7. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's Jones. Off play action. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
First down, Bears.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky. It's caught outright by Graham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Second and 10. Trubisky will throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Set to kick off.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 30 on 2nd down, Trubisky got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 9
yards. And the Bears first down.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Jones now on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. He's at the 30. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this 3rd quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Jones on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Catch made by Slayton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score all tied.
From the gun, Jones rolling to his right, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram.
And the Giants have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
21 apiece. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Jones flush to his right. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's Jones off the play fake. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And the Bears take over.
31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
That's the score. Giants 28, Bears 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either...
And got his man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Trubisky to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off near the 32.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.